Hey everyone, Mike here, Rusty Garage and Homestead. I think today we're going to get Tiny, take Tiny to the back. I've got a bunch of oak firewood logs that I cut up a while back that I need to get picked up from down there and move them up to the wood yard. So let's go do that, and then we will have a conversation about the bucket that Tiny came with. So I'm back here in the back now. We got Tiny, and we got this big old pile of oak. This all came from that tree that was across the fence that we cut up, drug across, and fixed the fence. This is what's left. Let's load this bucket up and see how much of this we can fit. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to make a couple trips, but I'm curious to see what this factory bucket's gonna hold. I think for firewood purposes, I think you could probably put a lot bigger bucket on this machine. Just sort of like one of those material handling buckets, a little lighter weight bucket, not something you're really gonna wanna dig with or anything like that, but something you're just gonna carry around. Like if you had a wood chipper and was making a bunch of mulch, stuff like that, that stuff's fairly light. You should be able to carry around a lot more since you have a 2,200 pound capacity on a machine like this. Same with firewood. I've seen this machine pick up IBC totes full of firewood. The amount of wood that's going to fit in this bucket really isn't the most efficient way of moving firewood, and it's not the most efficient for me. I could bring a trailer down here, throw all this on it, get it all back in one trip. I could bring the Ranger. It's got a dump bed. I could load that thing up pretty good, and it's pretty quick, so I could go back and forth a lot faster than I can on this machine. But not everybody has access to a trailer or a side-by-side, so this is what we're going to use today just to see how it works. Okay, here's still what we got left. You can see the bucket's fairly full. Really can't get much more into this. I do have a secondary bucket on this machine on the backhoe, so let's go ahead and load that thing up too. All right, that's the first load in this tractor, so let's go take it back up to the wood yard and get it dumped off. Okay, first load's been dumped at the wood yard. Now we're back for the second load. This is what we got left right out through here. So let's see how much of this we can fit into the bucket. I think we should be able to get most of this in this next trip, whether we got to use the backhoe bucket in addition to this bucket. Okay, that's the second load in here. Pretty much got everything. There's a few little pieces and some pieces that were a little rotten. I just tossed over to the side, but we're able to make it in the second load. So let's get this stuff carried up to the wood yard, and then let's have a conversation a little more about the bucket on this machine. Okay, so this bucket, if that's all you had, it does fine. You're just gonna have to make more trips just because it is a 60-inch bucket. That's what came with this machine. If you're doing a lot of dirt work, stuff like that, this bucket is perfect. But if you're wanting to haul things around and carry more because of the capacity of this machine, you're gonna need a bigger bucket. I know Tomahawk makes a 1 cubic yard bucket that would fit this machine. I think they make all the way from like 60 inch up to 96 inch or something like that. The 74-2 whatever it is bucket is a 1 cubic yard bucket that they sell, but that bucket is over $1,000 to buy it. I guess the reason I was wanting to make this video was to ask you all, would that be worth it to pick up a bucket like that to be able to carry more material, lighter weight material around? Or do y'all think I should just build my own bucket for this machine? Leave a comment if there's around a 1 cubic yard lighter weight bucket. I'm sure there's other manufacturers that make 1 cubic yard lighter weight buckets just for material handling. Or let me know if you want me to just build my own bucket for this thing. I've never built a bucket before, but they don't look like they're that difficult. It's not gonna turn out as pretty as some of these, where these manufacturers have metal brakes and shears and everything else to make everything come out just perfect. I think I can make one just as useful and quite a bit cheaper myself than buying one. So let me know what y'all think. So Tiny's still doing real good. It's got right at 16 hours on it. When we hit the 50-hour mark, I will do an in-depth service video for this machine. But if there's anything y'all want to see specifically about this machine, let me know. If y'all enjoyed the video, give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.